And we're back with another episode because yet another 19-year-old is on the move, and Tottenham Hotspur have signed Burnley youngster Wilson Odobert. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So if you are new here, I am Antonio Mango and I do a scout report on all the best upcoming talents, strengths, weaknesses and style of play. So if you are new here, make sure you hit that like button, and if you enjoy this video at the end, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So as always, let's do a background on Odobert. So who is he? Well, he's a French youth international and he was born on the 28th of November 2004, which makes him 19 at this current moment. He began his career with USF Tilport before joining the academy of Paris Saint-Germain in 2017. After impressing for the club's under-19 side, he was offered a contract in late January 2022. He rejected the offer and decided to join Tres on a 3-year contract. He then made his professional debut on the 7th of August 2022, and he scored his first goal less than a month later on the 28th of August 2022, becoming the second youngest league goal scorer in Troyes history. His dazzling performances got him moved to Burnley as they was promoted into the Premier League. His first Burnley goal came against Chelsea, becoming the youngest Premier League goal scorer in the club's history. Despite being only 19 and barely kicking a ball in senior football, he actually held his own in the Premier League, and that got him a move to Tottenham Hotspur this summer. So what exactly will he bring to Tottenham? So firstly, let's talk about his positioning and where he likes to situate on the pitch. Well, he definitely brings tactical flexibility to Tottenham. As you can see, he's played 20 times as a left winger, 15 times as a right winger, 8 times as an attack midfielder, and 7 times as a centre forward. He is naturally right-footed, but his two-footedness makes him extremely dangerous. Odobert will definitely offer Tottenham tactical flexibility, so let's have a look at his position and his awareness. Well, off the ball, he's a real creative force. He's capable of getting into dangerous positions to receive the ball. As I've already said, he's happy on either wings, and he thrives when he has the freedom to come inside, playing in between the lines to receive progressive passes. This will allow him to often trade positions with other attacking midfielders in what is a fluid attacking team, but he most commonly adopts the wide positions or the inside channels where he can look to get on the ball. Odobert likes to spend a lot of time with the ball at his feet, but he's also a major attacking threat without the ball. He attacks open space extremely well with well-timed runs, and that makes him look even faster than what he actually is. He's got the ability to create separation from his marker with quick and clever changes of direction, and he naturally positions himself well in relation to where his teammates are. Generally, he likes to start out wide on the outside of the opposing fullback, where he likes to receive near the touchline. But he's also extremely comfortable receiving in the inside channels. And we'll touch upon this later because his two-footed directness is a real problem. He's a powerful runner who uses frightening pace and acceleration in many different ways. When he's playing up against a high line, he constantly looks for balls in behind and uses his acceleration and his speed to run in open spaces. However, he's clever enough to understand the opposition's whereabouts. He uses his pace to pin the opposition fullbacks. When he does this, he will drop off and look to receive the ball between the lines. When he does this, this opens up the inside channels where he looks to get on the ball and combine with teammates. He's got that inclination to drift infield. This sort of incisive movement makes him a target for longer balls or progressive passes from deep. As you can see, sitting in the 93rd percentile for progressive passes received with 5.28 per game. That shows that his starting position is higher up the field. However, Odobert's best quality is the qualities when he's in possession. He's a dribbling demon. Let's quickly have a look at the statistics. Against other midfielders around Europe, he's sitting in the 99th percentile for take-ons attempted, successful take-ons, carries into the penalty area. And one of my favourite aspects about him being a winger, he's sitting in the 99th percentile for touches inside the opposition's penalty area. His first season in the Premier League for Burnley, he was a catalyst for everything for them going forwards. He finished with the most big chances created, finished with the highest expected assists, and also finished with the most successful take-ons. One of my favourite qualities about Odobert is how he always receives on the half turn. He has this rare ability to receive on the back foot, no matter which foot it is, adopting a side-on position, and then he's poised and ready to progress the play forwards. This allows him to protect the ball from any nearby pressure. He has excellent close control and dribbling ability. He dribbles with the outside of his foot just naturally, and he's got a wonderful step count when he's dribbling. But his ability to modulate his speed is frightening. He often uses step overs to draw his opponents towards the ball before quickly pushing it either side and just bursting past them. I do think Odobert will bring something different to Tottenham, because I don't think they've got that natural, direct, flashy, dancing, creative dribbler that can just drive up the field and penetrate from deep. The beauty of Odobert, he's not one-dimensional. He's got many different dribbles in his repertoire. If you defend against him, expect to be pulled into a challenge before he quickly changes direction, using the explosive pace, or he outwits you with a feint. And if he ever receives a ball behind you, forget about it, because you're beaten by raw pace. He's got wonderful dribbling technique, great speed and coordination and agility. This makes him incredibly difficult to defend against. This sort of dribbling quality will allow Tottenham to move into more dangerous and advanced areas. When he's looking to have a shot himself, most of his carries involving him cutting inside from the left-hand side, creating space for himself before taking a shot from right outside the penalty area or from those wider areas outside the box. This ability to create shooting opportunities for yourself is a very valuable skill set, and that can serve him well in different situations. His dribbling technique, his ability to dribble with both feet, and his ability to go on the outside and the inside of opponents make him excel in many different kinds of dribbles. He carries a ball extremely well in open spaces, but he also keeps it extremely well in tight areas. He's excellent in one-on-one situations, especially in wider areas where he can just put the back burners on, push the ball around his opponent and burst past them. Odobert has blistering quick feet, and he's an agile dribbler. A blur of body feints, a drop of the shoulder, you'll often see him do this. But with maturity, his dribbles are getting better, and every moment seems to have more purpose. Every step over is a measured one. Every take on is intentional. Exceptional. Tottenham are getting an exceptional transitioning player. My favourite thing about him, he's a two-way dribbler, and he loves to pull in wide and isolate his fullbacks in one-on-one situations. From then, he's extremely dangerous because he can create chaos by coming inside and combining with teammates, or he can just put the back burners on, use his raw pace to get on the outside and hit the byline. This just instantly causes chaos and unpredictable. Dribbling is a huge part of his game, but what's his passing and his shooting like? So in terms of general sense, he's quite secure in possession. He doesn't always use his pace and look to beat his man. He regularly recycles the ball. So generally, you will see him combining with teammates. However, he's not perfect at it. There's definitely instances where he attempts to come inside and dribble through multiple opponents where he should just be laying off the ball. And his decision-making can be questionable, especially in the final third, and we'll touch upon this very shortly. But Odobert definitely prefers to beat his man rather than send incisive passes to break through the lines. His creative numbers aren't bad for someone so inexperienced, but he sits for 3.26 shot creating actions per 90. That's in the 77th percentile. For a winger, you would expect a little bit more. But it's no surprise the majority of his shot creating actions come after a take on or after he's had a shot himself. But when it comes to passing or creating in dangerous areas, Odobert averages 1.5 crosses into the penalty area per 90, and he favours a cross more than he does a through ball or a key pass. This just highlights his tendency to get past his opponent and look to deliver into the box. Odobert sits highly for shots per 90 at 2.10. That has him in the top 5 percentile for midfielders across Europe. So he definitely favours to shoot on sight, and that's no surprise given his average shot distance is 19.4. So when you combine this all together, he definitely favours taking on opponents and having a strike himself, which isn't a bad because it shows that he's got confidence, but his decision-making can be questionable. He just needs to be more alert on making the right decisions and perhaps just playing a teammate in. I'm sure this will come with coaching and playing with better players. When you compare him playing at Tottenham to Burnley in the Premier League, Tottenham will be a lot more expressive. Therefore, their players will pick up more dangerous positions in the final third. So you'll have more options to maybe supply rather than just go for goal himself. So despite where his direct shot assistant numbers are quite high at this stage, Odobert shows a lot of creative potential. You can see from the data, during his time in the Premier League, a lot of his assists of shots have come from inside the penalty area, where he's delivered crosses or looked for cutbacks. That just goes to show his dribbling skills and off-ball movement enable him to get high up the pitch and into good areas. In delivering longer crosses than the penalty area, Odobert shows excellent technique. And the beauty about Odobert is he's comfortable on both feet. But with Odobert's style of playing, the way he likes to get past players and use bounce passes, it's no surprise that the majority of Odobert's passes are short. So what's his shooting behaviours like? Well, when he gets on the ball in advanced areas, he seems intent on carrying the ball forward and going for goal. As a result, he ends up taking spectacular shots from long distances and long way out, leading to attacks being wasted. And this is shown in his data. Out of his 2.1 shots per 90, he's only averaging 28% on target. He's actually got really good shooting technique and he looks for power over accuracy. Maybe he just needs to dim that back on the power and just go for placement a little bit more, and he might beat the goalkeeper more often or get more shots on target. But when you consider his frequent shooting and his distance of shooting, 28% on shot on target isn't actually that bad. So it goes to show that the potential is there. So this leads us nicely on to areas for improvement, and decision making undoubtedly is one. There is times where he does something spectacular and you think, why can't you do that all the time? But there is times where he needs to look up more and be more aware and alert of his teammates' whereabouts. Sometimes he just puts his head down and shoots when he could recycle possession or look to play a killer ball through. This appears to happen more when he's on the ball in and around the penalty area. When he's further from goal, his awareness and sensibility on the ball is a lot better. Another would be shot selection. However, this is one of the smallest flaws a young winger can have. When you consider the technical ability he's got and the ability to beat a man, the potential is definitely there. He just needs to pick his moments and when to execute a pass or go for goal himself. But that's no doubt that that's something he can improve on very easily. And then two, I'm going to combine together his physicality and his aerial ability. You're not going to get much of him in the air. He has a lot of touches in the opposition box, but he generally dribbles into the opposition box to have those touches. He's not one to get in the back post and beat a man in the air. So maybe he's just going to have to be a lot more savvy on picking up loose balls or getting a shot deflection off. And his physicality just needs to use his body more when he's in difficult duels. And then finally, his defensive work is generally really good. He presses well and he uses his pace to his advantage. Overall consistency in the defensive work is lacking. He needs to become more positionally aware on how to cut out passing lanes and when to generally press on triggered moments. But I've got no doubt this boy has a lot of quality. With a few minor tweaks, there's a lot of potential in Wilson Odobert. And I think Tottenham could have really landed on a general, exciting, creative force. He's going to get the Tottenham fans off their seats, that's no doubt, because when he receives the ball, something's likely going to happen. So there you go, guys. There's another episode down. And Tottenham fans, I really hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, don't forget to hit the like button and hit that subscribe button. And as always, until the next time, thank you very much.